What's up guys, welcome to Yai's Garage YouTube channel, back again with another video. And today's video is going to be part of a new series of videos that I want to make on my channel, which are car reviews. I've been wanting to do car reviews for quite some time now, but I just haven't gotten a chance to do so. I have a lot of friends with really cool cars, and I feel like it'd be really cool to showcase those and they'd be entertaining to watch. And when I say reviews, it's really going to be getting my impression of the car and me just talking about how the car feels and what I think about them. And what better car to begin on than my own car? For those of you guys that aren't familiar with my channel, I have a 2013 Infiniti G37s 6-speed manual, and I've done a lot of work to this car. And those of you that have been following the channel, you've seen my car go from bone stock to looking like this. So I'm going to go through everything that I've done to this car, and if you guys are interested in the more detail of what the car parts are and how much they cost, go check out this video that I've made going through all of that information. But I'm just going to go for a spin, tell you guys how the car feels and what my honest opinions are on the Infiniti G37s after owning it for over 3.5 years. I don't know if you guys can tell from the video, but it is currently snowing outside, so it's probably the worst time to be making this video, but the grind doesn't stop. I'm trying to roll out a lot of videos this year. But so let's get right into the review. So as I mentioned, this is a 2013 Infiniti G37s. This is the last G37 that was made. There was a 2014, it was called the Q60, even though it was the same G37 body shape, but it's called Q60. So really, people think the 2013 G37s was the last G made. And this car comes with the 3.7 liter V6, making 330 crank horsepower, which isn't crazy horsepower especially for modern day cars, but it still packs a punch, so it is pretty quick for what it is. The best part about this car is the fact that it is extremely affordable to buy today. You can get these cars in a manual for around $13,000 to $14,000 for a really clean one. That's really the one, that's how much I purchased my car for. And for that much money, I personally don't think there's many other great options out there. And I'll go through all the different reasons why I think so. But before I do that, let me just get through everything that I've done to this car. So my car is practically stock in terms of power. The only real power mods that I've done to this car is the Z1 long tube intakes. Other than that, I have a muffler delete just for sound. No real power gains, no tune, so it's on a base tune, so I really don't think I'm gaining any extra horsepower. So really, power wise, it's bone stock. However, looking from the outside, this is no longer stock at all the way it looks, at least from a cosmetics perspective. I have a Cybon carbon fiber hood. I have the full carbon fiber kit, from the side splitters to a rear diffuser to a carbon fiber spoiler. I have the car wrapped in a midnight purple. It's called Deep Space from 3M, which I wrapped myself in my garage. And then miscellaneous other bits, you know, I powder coated the sport wheels, and a few other things like the GTR headlights, a carbon fiber grille, really to enhance the way the car looks. I personally think the G37 stock, especially the sport, look very nice as they are. However, they look pretty like luxurious because this is a luxury sport car. It is not the same sportiness as you would get in a 370Z. Really, this is, I like to call it a G37. It's a 370Z wearing a tuxedo, essentially. You get the same motor, but in a longer body, and it's a lot more comfortable. You get 2 back seats, you get more upholstered seats with heated seats and memory seats. So for someone that is looking for a car that is sporty, gives you the power, but at the same time is very comfortable, this is a great option for them. That's a big reason why I went with the G37 over getting a 370Z, is because I wanted back seats just in case. You know, I want to have my friends in the back. I've taken this car to long drives to Pennsylvania, New York, all the time, and it is perfect. It's comfortable in the back for anyone that's not taller than like 5'8". It really is a great everyday car. This is my daily driver, so I drive this car every single day, and it is a manual and it is a rear-wheel drive. So the manuals in G37s only come in a sport, and they only come in rear-wheel drive. So from a daily driving perspective, the G37 crosses off every single thing. The Coupe, and they also come in sedan, so if you want people, you know, 4 doors, you can get that. Let's talk about handling. So for handling mods, I do have some additional modifications that I've done to the suspension. I have the Swift Racing lowering springs. I wanted to lower the car as well as just stiffen the ride up a little bit. These lowering springs are very nice and smooth, so again, for daily driving, they're very good, but I did feel a difference in handling. But what really made the most difference in handling were the Hotchkiss front sway bar that I have installed. As soon as you install that, you see instant difference in handling, and that is because it makes the handling extremely precise. So it makes the turn in very sharp. So the car will shoot. As soon as I turn, it is very direct. It wants to turn where I want it to turn, which I love. The turn-in is amazing on this car. You do feel the weight of the car a little bit. The lowering springs help mitigate that a bit, but obviously it's not a 370Z. It's gonna give you a little bit of body roll, but with the sway bars and the lowering springs, it does help eliminate some of that body roll and more. Even in the snow here, see, I can just rip it through these turns, and it really does handle very well. It does get a little slippery, so you really need to be a little careful with this car for sure. So like I mentioned, this car makes 330 horsepower, so it's no slouch. Again, it's not as fast as your turbo modern cars, but it is definitely some power behind this 6-cylinder engine, and you can get yourself in some trouble. You'll notice a lot of kids will buy these cars because now they're very affordable, and you get a lot of power out of it. It's best bang for your buck, and that's why insurance premiums are extremely high in 370Zs and G37s, because they're rear-wheel drive if you don't get the all-wheel drive version, and they, you know, you can get into an accident very easily. The rear does like to get loose, especially if you have traction off, you're gonna spin out. Oh yeah, I cannot put the power down because it is snowing, and my tires are going out now. Even though I have Michelin's, but they're starting to go bald, so traction control is fighting me, and it is not trying to let me put the power down. But let's do a 3rd gear pull. It gets up to speed pretty quickly. I'm not gonna say how fast I've been in this car, but you know, I've been pretty high speeds, and the car is very tame and handles the higher speeds very well. Let's talk about the sound of the VQ37. A lot of people do not like the way VQ sound because they sound like trumpets. I have a muffler duty on the car, also an exhaust leak, so you can really hear the trumpet sound, and it is a bit obnoxious, don't get me wrong, but I come from my last car was a Honda, so I kind of like the trumpet sound. I really do like it because it's, you know, brings back my racer days. But at the same time, I do know there's a lot of G37s and even some 370Zs. If you put the wrong exhaust on these, most of them sound really bad, especially the VQ35s. The older G35s and 350Zs sound atrocious. However, there are a lot of more expensive exhausts like Reddy, Motordyne is my personal favorite on the G37s, and a few others, Arc, that make a really nice sounding exhaust. If you want to go louder, you can go Motordyne, and personally I really do like the higher pitched tone of the VQs, but to each their own. A lot of people in the car community dislike the way VQs sound. Again, it's personal preference, but I do like the way VQ sound, especially when done right. Another thing that is really great about the VQ platform, the G37 and the 370Zs, is that there's a huge aftermarket support for these cars. These cars have been being released since 2008. 370Zs are still ongoing. They stopped making G37s, but a lot of the parts are interchangeable, and there is so much R&D that's been done and so many aftermarket parts that you can get for these cars that it's awesome. And these engines also make huge power, so you can get a turbo kit and boost these cars and have the potential to make upwards of 600 plus horsepower on the stock motor. If you build them, the sky's the limit. So as a platform, this VQ platform is awesome. It's great if you want to get into it and really take your time and build the car into your own liking. There's so many different car parts that you can get for these cars that, you know, it's a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun owning this car because I've been able to really make my vision come true with this car. So now that I've owned the car for 3.5 years, I'm going to tell you about my honest review of the car. As I mentioned throughout this review, that this car, I don't think you can get a better car. There's not many cars out there that you can get for $15,000 or less and get 300 plus horsepower, rear-wheel drive in a manual transmission that's extremely comfortable, daily drivable, and you get the sports handling that you want, and great interior. The newer Infinitis, like the Q60s, like I don't really like the way the interiors look because they're very plasticky, and the G37s, it's really nice aluminum here. The leather is nice. The sound deadening is really good. So interior wise, great. Really, this car has a lot to offer, and especially at the price point, really there's not many cars that can beat it. With all of that being said, my final thoughts, I want to do something that Doug DeMuro does and give this a score, and we're gonna call this a Yaya score. So overall, as a package, taking everything into account, from reliability to sportiness to power mods to everything, from its handling to power, you know, as a whole package, I'll give this an 8 out of 10, and I would highly recommend it to anyone that's looking for a car within the budget of $10,000 to $15,000. There are not many better options than this car, and I will really talk highly about this car as I've owned it for a long time. I personally love it, but if you guys agree, leave it in the comments. If you guys disagree, let me know what you guys think. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is my very first review, a lot more coming. Let me know what you guys think about these type of videos, how they were. I'm open to any critiques from the camera angle to you know, just in general. I really want to do these type of videos more often with cooler cars and cooler builds. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.